Then rescue the one million rescue. You want the first people you know. Show me the million rescue. To save somebody, the million rescue.
To deliver you from something, take you for something.
So you're the poor people. Rescue me, save. But we the old people. Rescue the million rescue. That Boakai everyone in the water. But Jota Boakai can't tell in the water. He can't put one neck in the water but to kill on money. You know they get people the pressure. Husband not working. I live in Joseph. I even made 1,000 a lot. I even made 400 a lot profit. Let me come and go. Children waiting for me. You are Jota Boakai. What will be our result next year? We wouldn't even 1 year. What will be our result the following year?
Okay, thank you so much. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Manneh.
Patience Manneh. You sell in the market here?
Yes.
What you selling at the table?
Yes.
No
market. Can't get some. I go look for an season.
You go look for the market, you see some?
I see food, call it food press. The way up, you not understand ourselves. When you go to there, you buy another press. When you come, you buy a different press. So the money I can put it back on my.
Also, the money you carry to the cold storage.
They put it back on my. Very rich.
How much for the fish?
You buy snapper 14,000. What is to buy 10,000, 8,000. Buy the 14,000. One cartoon snapper 14,000. So we beg the government. We ask y'all to help us to beg our government. We say you keep to rescue us. When they rescue that you're doing that, we're not understanding it. And when they pull the police on the street, our boyfriend there, they're not giving nothing to us again. They say they can't rescue us. Why they cause a motor bomber running? They want not doing they want. They are breaking the government. We the poor people, they must find place for us that we want be able to scare our clothes. They got poor people, they got rich people in the town. Some of all we not got more from the South God. And that basically we do, we not understand our children went to school. Our children, when we can't sell the market, we can't make a damn. They say rescue, but we're not understanding the rescue team. So they were taking them from all of the street for smoking, for drugs and things. But I think you see them now. All of them turn to Zoom. They can stay in the freeze.
So the drugs are to you?
Rampant now, a more than rampant.
Okay.
The drugs is rampant. Some of them almost 20% on the street because of Zooming.
The zombie drugs?
Yeah, the Zooming and they bring in Jota Boakai to drink. Because we are trying to sell our Kush. But now Zooming, when he said I see that we are so sticking at it. So we asking him to please, we the parent of our boys children, we ask him to please help us to make our children to leave Zooming. Because he said he came to change things. And no change, we not understand our land. Police people getting our keke motor back, hard time. Police people beating our children on the street. They say they should wear stuff, they should become over there, walk over that one, everything they do. But what police people home king, that just one thing we just getting dropping like that. Tell him, don't Napa, tell him sorry. We're not taking somebody out for the country. So you should tell our president to help we the poor people.
Selling money, how's the business?
We get God and go for it. You don't let you tell what take you for. But money ain't in the country now.
In process.
For now, if I have to tell you that before we're all there, all that.
In my country. No, yeah. No.
Yes.
In my country, the thing that I know that I can't talk. Yeah. In Liberia, yeah. The thing that I see that I can't talk. Oh. Somebody say Jawia will not become president. Somebody say Jawia will not win presidency. Now the man I win. Why blood talker? The envious people then all around. Somebody say you must step down. They were talking like that. I get a country can't put them there for a few minutes. You will steal all the country money. Hey, you lead Jawia. Hey, rules people in peace. Oh, you lead my president. Hey, rules people go with love. If you not got nothing to contribute, nothing to give the country, yeah, shut your mouth and sit down. Let a man do his job. Oh. Don't be talking the thing you don't know. Don't be talking the thing you don't see. Yeah. Say I'm off from Joria. Your president, now your ego. Hey. Say I'm off from Joria. Your president, now your ego. Hey. Say I'm off from Joria. Your president, now your ego. Hey. Say I'm off from Joria. Your president, now your ego. Yeah, you was born to rule, not to lose, and you can stop and too talented, the man too gifted, he too dedicated. I love my president, mighty warrior. You always winning, never losing. I love my president. Hey, yeah, we are. Giant, long live the king. Hey, I'm off from Joria. Yeah. Your president, now your ego. Hey, say I'm off from Joria. Oh.
All right, so fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. And we ask that you do us a favor, and that favor that we want you to do for us is to hit for us the share button. And let's have a wonderful, a very, very wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. I want to welcome each and every one of you. It's always a privilege for us to have you here. I want to say welcome to our own brother Philip Nangwe. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate you. So hit for us the share button, fellow Liberians, and let's have a wonderful, wonderful, a very wonderful time. So while you are also sharing, it's incumbent upon me to also do the same. So I'm going to bring you this video. Whilst this video is playing in the background, then I'm going to bring you, what I'm supposed to bring you. So whilst this video is playing in the background, we will want to share also. Yeah, while the video is playing in the background, we will share. So let's come here and do what we are supposed to do. Get ready, bring you what we are supposed to bring you. So again, do us the favor by hitting for us the share button. You may not see me in the video always because I will be showing you some stuff. There are some things I will be showing you, so you may not see me like that in the video. But we are here. We are ready to give you the information that are necessary. So again, hit for us the share button, share with friends and family members, and let's have a wonderful, a very, very wonderful time. Let's bring you this video, and then we will be here to share. Thank you.
Local country. How long have you been selling here? I've been selling almost 3 years. Not even 3 years, but I can't remember. But almost, yeah. But
We are sharing.
for a
We
very
urge
long
that
time.
Yeah, so how was things doing President Weah
sharing.
It was smoothly moving up, small, but from now benefit. As you can see, since the morning, we never even sell one customer.
So since this morning,
And then
nobody has bought anything for you here.
Yes. Police can take your money. They expect you to free, you know.
Okay.
Since the morning, nobody number. So how you free? You leader, like you
Kindly help
take your
us
money.
share button, share with
So
friends,
now,
share with family
we
members.
prefer President Weah
Let's have a
coming back.
wonderful
Oh
time
yes,
here.
I'm a united partisan. Yes,
But now if election is here today,
I
who will
will
vote
vote President Weah.
President Weah?
Yes.
So yeah, you know the partisan.
Yes,
Okay,
because
thank you.
what's going on now? The
Because
really
what
getting
going-
on shit. Yes.
Yeah, economic condition is not better.
Oh yes.
Okay, your name again?
I'm a J Camara.
I'm not Jay Kamara.
Yeah.
Thanks for having you. So man, how everything? How's the country with you now?
The country too hard. Now la to you, my son. The country hard.
Wow.
Can you imagine? My children coming dre. The old shoe that on the bed, I take from there.
Amen.
Doing Joya time. Yeah. I will buy different things. I will come at shopping. I buy different things. But the old shoe, yeah. I come from breaking it now. I'm going to put it on and they're going to it. So tell me now, what the facility now that will go on in the country? It's too hard.
So you saying that what you were promised by the Joseph Yuma Boakai government, that is not what you
Nothing working, brother. I will not lie to you.
So what do you prefer now? Will you prefer George Manneh Weah coming back?
I say I prefer 100. You know, I will tell you, my chicken, my dog, everything waiting. Nah.
Everything waiting.
I say everything waiting to vote for George Weah.
Wow.
Yes, because I know the interest are in him, and I know that God sent him.
God sent him.
Yeah, God sent him.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So how is business going? How's business?
The business is not really improving.
So now you've been selling here for over some years, and so during the regime of George Manneh Weah, and as compared to now under President Joseph Yuma Boakai, how can you compare business?
You can compare it because I can remember 2017 when George Weah became president for Labrador. As of the time I start making money on my own. I even bought Lendy. But anytime the party people come in power, something very hard. As you can see me, this is not my body. Things are hard. Yeah, so from the economic situation, the economic situation for presently, this regime is very hard.
It's very hard. So it was quite better doing George Manneh Weah time
now. Okay.
Yes. So if you are grading the two government, who will you grade higher past them first?
I will grade George Weah government 100% and this government 10%.
Okay, thank you so much. Your name again?
I'm James Fire.
Thank you. So how is business going?
My man, you know now.
So you said that Joseph Boakai government. So doing George Manneh Weah, how was business with you?
Business was already know to say this number no business, but to say one thing is that I'm playing.
Wow. So are you saying now it's better than Joseph Yuma Boakai time is higher than President Weah time?
Very, very hard. To prepare George Weah time, one George Weah again, that will come back.
So are you calling George Weah back? So if election is to be happening, who will you vote for? George Weah?
I'll go with George Weah.
Wow. So if you have to grade the past regime and the current regime, how will you grade them?
The past regime, I will grade the past regime 80%, and this regime, I will grade this regime 50%.
Thank you so much. Your name again?
I'm Moses.
So like the regime of President Weah and now under Joseph Yuma Boakai, how can you compare business? How was it during President Weah time and now how it is doing this administration of Joseph Yuma Boakai?
Well, the business sector now will find it difficult because of the US rate.
Okay, because of the
US rate. Because when the US go up, you find out people and to buy can be difficult. When the US rate come down, you can find the liberty plenty in the market, so everybody can buy. But for now, the US rate is high.
But what do you think is the cause of that?
Well, we can only blame the central government for that.
The government. So how is business with you currently?
The business is not going well now because in the government we're finding more difficulty.
So during George Manneh Weah time, how was your business?
During George Manneh Weah time, at least business are going on small while managing.
You're managing.
Yeah.
So now, if you have to compare the two governments, who are you grade as your first?
Yeah, I'll grade George Weah government because this government we thought that this government will come to bring things for us, but we see now everyone are going. I log on seeing business people are not even there getting what they need in a business, and business going afloat.
So how was business today for you?
Yeah, at least I think what God gave me today, at least I in 5,000. Yeah, at least I can manage, and I saw business I selling. I come to farm a daily bread.
So you say at least you in 5,000. So
yeah.
Do we George Manneh Weah time when you come in this market here in Douala market and sell usually by the evening hour? How much you used to carry it home and when you live in the market?
Yeah, during Weah time at this hour I used to generate almost 20,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's wide range.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you again. So how is business moving?
Really, it's not fun.
Okay.
But in everything, we get gotten for the movement. But the government is not doing well for us.
Yeah, so during President Weah time, I think that was the time you started selling here. So how was business back then as compared to now?
Oh, so we time was very great.
Okay.
It was very great because when you can't sell, end of the day, you know that you're going home to your family. But for now, see, it's very difficult.
But what do you think is the problem now? It's very difficult.
The problem from the government. Because there is no job for the youth, there is no job for our parents, and even they are putting our people down. Our parents are crying, so people will take pay, they will come and back. They are not taking pay, so really, we are facing a lot of pressure in the country now.
So how can you grade the two administrations? Boakai and Judge Manneh Weah. How can you grade them?
I grade Judge Weah government as one.
Thank you so much.
100%.
Your name again?
Philip Manneh.
So how is business moving?
Business higher.
Business high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the cause that business is higher?
They were the country running. I will business.
So during President Weah time, how was business as compared to now?
What? Business was going there.
Business was going.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sorry. So we want to say welcome to each and every one of you. Hit for us the share button. We are going to be displaying the work of President George Manneh Weah when he served the Liberian people. But before that, I want to give you some historicity of what was said by the opposition. When President Weah threw his hat in as a political figure and was introduced by the Liberian people in 2004, 2005, there was this popular argument that was made by the so-called political elites. And that argument was that President Weah will not be a good president. And they outlined several reasons why he will not be a good president. They told the Liberian people, one, he was inexperienced. So meaning that when you are a political figure, experience matter a lot. According to them, according to what they said, according to what they told our people. I'm sorry for the background. If you are hearing noise, it's because we are doing two things here. The other people got to be on the other side doing what they are doing, while we on the other side to doing what we are doing. So just understand that, please. Just understand that. Yeah. So, fellow Liberians, they told us that President Weah lacks the experience to lead. According to them, they said experience was very cardinal in leading a country, in delivering a country. So even though the Liberian people voted unanimously, overwhelmingly, for His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah, but he was denied the victory in the name of he's not experienced. And it was stolen from him and given to Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. We all said Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has the connection internationally, and her presence was going to change the dynamics of Liberia because she has been there. She's been there and done that. And all of us know the story. But Joseph Newman Boakai, who was the vice president, the second mayor in the room, the mayor who actually served in two capacities under the government of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, president of the Liberian Senate and that of vice president, he openly told us that they squandered opportunity. To sum up the whole argument, and that is something that is not arguable. You cannot argue it because the facts are there. 2011, they said it wasn't right to take the government and give it to President Weah because it was now on the foundation level The government or the governance of Liberia was at a level where Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf need to solidify what she has done over the period of 5 years. She want to make sure that the foundation is solid so that President Weah or whoever can take over. That was the argument. Continuity is important. Continuity is cardinal for growth and development, according to them. So they rigged the election again in 2011. Fast forward to 2017, 2018. President Weah was in a race with a vindictive old man that has a record of abusing animals. That in a serious country, this old man will be arrested. Joseph Nyuma Boakai, he will be arrested. But again, this is Liberia. And Joseph Nyuma Boakai was in a race. He was beaten flat. And His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah took over. But before that, we listening to what Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf herself said to the Liberian people. When Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was asked, how is the country? How are things? How are you living things? The videos are here. We have it. Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf made us to understand that the country was in a turmoil. That things were not okay at all economically from every angle. With the departure of oil, there were going to be a problem with the security. There were going to be a problem with infrastructure, etc., etc. So there was a failed state that was turned over to His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. He inherited a failed state. He inherited a state that completely collapsed. He inherited a state that was basically in deficit, high international debt. He inherited a state where the security was in the hands of Liberians themselves. He inherited a state that all of the international support that came in was never going to come in again. Basically, one can say that President Weah was set up for failure. Because imagine, President Weah was about to take over a government that the previous government used to pay its workers almost 20,000 a month for salary, fabulous benefits, and etc. Instead of using the money for the development of the people, infrastructure, and etc., they were using it on themselves because, quote unquote, they were too qualified. So they have come to take their money back. President Weah took over. When President Weah took over, fellow Liberians, he first of all looked around and said, what can we do as Liberians? We must do things differently. You see, when you give the country to a man that understands what suffering is, a man that is sincere and genuine, a man that is not a crook like Joseph Nyuma Boakai, that man take a serious approach to solve problems. He look for what has not been and he bring it to life. I don't want you to believe it. Like I said, my face will not be too much. I'll be talking behind the scene because I'm doing too many plenty things here. But we must bring you the information. So President Weah jumped strictly into one of the most important things, that is housing. In this America that we live, housing is very important. So President Weah said, I will do things differently, not as usual. I will bring something that people have not seen before, even though we do not have money, even though the international community that gave us all of the support is not around, but we can still make the change. And fellow Liberians, the first video that I'm about to play you is when His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah decided that, look, we must give our people the opportunity to enjoy what their resources has to offer them. It must not be about us, but it must be about them. Let's make the sacrifices for them to enjoy. So let's go and bring you the first video. This is the first video. Like I said, I will be behind the scene while we're narrating. So there's the first video. Listening to this first video. In this first video, this is Madam Cecilia Coffee Brown. Madam Cecilia Coffee Brown was that particular individual who said, all of us know, that President Weah legs, his foot was better than hay. But she was employed in the government to serve, to work. So let's go ahead and let's listen to what this video has to offer. We are outlining the developmental agenda of His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. We are not here to insult. We are not here to, we are bringing you live happenings. So what you are about to witness is what President Weah did. So let's go ahead, watch the video while we take the backstage. Time to welcome Stanley Sharif. You are welcome. Kumba Okenya, you are highly welcome. I want to welcome Shiaka George. You are welcome.
The Weah-led government has prioritized infrastructure development as one of its utmost deliverables to the Liberian people. Key among such infrastructures is affordable housing that is intended to lift people out of poverty. As the Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment LACE continues to construct proper housing for
Key in his developmental agenda is what? Housing unit, affordable housing unit. Let's go ahead.
impoverished community dwellers, the National Housing Authority, the NHA, has been engaging investors to erect housing for the people since the ownership of over 2,000 houses that previous governments built have been transferred to the inhabitants.
For the National Housing Authority, previously it has been, I think, 7 decades. Since its inception, they built only 2,180 houses, all of the assets combined together. So President Weah sent me here in June of
You listening to Madam Cecilia Coffee Brown. I just want to highlight some issue and talk about it. You listening to her, she said, since the inception of the National Housing Authority, the government of Liberia since 1847 has been able to build 2,180 houses. But some of you will say that and say those days were better more than the day of President Weah. When we told you that you were being deceived by these old crooks, these boys, all they care about is enriching themselves and their family. They did not care about you. Imagine a country that iron ore, yeah, those days when they say Liberia, iron ore, Lamco, bomb mines, etc., etc. But the government was brave enough to build just 2,180 houses for Liberians. Can you imagine that? What a disgrace. A nation that its leader does not believe in development and don't want to even improve the life of the ordinary people. That one, most of you only run for fool. And somebody who wants to develop the country, you get against that person. You will suffer it. We will suffer it. We feel the weight. And next time we use our senses to make decisions and not our belly or our pockets. So you're listening to Madam Cecilia Coffee Brown. Since the inception of the thing they call National Housing Authority, all the way back there in the 50s or early 60s, it was 2,180 houses that government built, but they were receiving money. Lanco were there. We were enjoying ourselves. You did not think about the infrastructure development of the country. But look at what and listening to what President Weah did for his people. Let's go ahead.
Authority. Previously, it has been, I think, 7 decades.
The work
Since
of
its
President Weah. Listen to
inception,
President Weah.
they built only 2,180 houses, all of the estates combined together. So President Weah.
Cooper passed away. I will give you a minute of the time. Don't worry. I will share the platform with you. Thank you, first of all, for coming on. But again, we understand how some of you people have lost your sense of direction. People like Cooper pass away. These are the individuals who will prefer or who will be able to prioritize what going in their pockets instead of what the people will benefit from. I will give this today's show, a different show, is a different mood. So people like Cooper pass away. These are the unfortunate disaster we have in our midst. Unfortunately, we cannot take them away from us because these are some of the knuckleheads that we have in our community that we have to deal with. And these are the reasons why we are here. People like Cooper pass away are some of the reasons why we are here, so that we can educate them. You see, Cooper pass away has lost direction in his life, right? So the only thing that he is aware of is his stomach. He is not aware of his environment. He is not aware of what is going on in his environment, how people's lives are affected. So all he cares about, wake up in the morning, eat or get food where he can eat, and it's okay for him. He doesn't even care about his family, because I am very sure that Mr. Passaway has some family members that are today crying that they can't even afford. So we will give you, Mr. Passaway, a minute. We will give anybody a minute of our mouth on this particular platform, because our people cannot be dying. Our people cannot be suffering. And we have idiots around that want to glorify a very, very vindictive old man on this platform. We give you piece of our mouth today. Thank you so much, my brother Cooper passed away. You are welcome, and we are here. We respond to you and gave you a very favorable result as your comments will come. Thank you.
It has been, I think, 7 decades. Since its inception, they built only 2,180 houses, all of the estates combined together. So President Weah sent me here in June of 20.
Like I said today, I will respond to any nonsense that comes. Today I'm in a different mood, right? I'm in a different mood. So someone asked a question, a brother of ours asked a question. Yeah. Kiata asked a question. Kiata asked whether a brother or a sister, but Kiata asked a question. Say, how many George Weah built for himself? Understand that George Weah was never a liability. That's one of the things that you should know. George Weah was never living on loan. His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah had money for himself. This is a man who came from the dungeon and by the grace of God was able to go to the very zenith of his career, as compared to this devilish and vindictive old fool in the name of Joseph Numa Boakai. So if you asking what did Joseph Numa Boakai do for himself, then I will tell you. His story is one, this man abused animal. Joseph Numa Boakai abused animal. That is the first thing. Joseph Numa Boakai has been living on loan. Joseph Numa Boakai has not even been able to improve his life. The horse that he paid there in Ria, that would have been there since 1900. All his money, maybe he has been going beyond nonsense and other things. So we know this man does not have love for the country. But unlike President Weah, he built houses to the extent that at a certain point in time, it was even, damaged. We saw him helping people. He impacted people's life and paid school fees for people while he was even playing football. And he even impacted the nation in the disarmament process. And through what brought us together at the time, sports. So this is something that you know. So if you talk about George Weah building for himself, yes, he built for himself because he had the money and he still having the money. He has the capacity, the ability to do it for himself, unlike this particular parasite called Joseph Numa Boakai. So like I said, come with your comments. Let's just be civil. You don't need to insult me. I don't need to insult you. I will give you a piece of the history while I also give you a piece of my mouth today. So let's go ahead as we bring you what we are supposed to bring you.
2019. And in 2019, in 6 months from June to December, we had signed into contract 96,000 houses.
The commitment of 96,000 houses is at the value $996 million US dollars. That's
not
a pretty good number.
2,180,
The Weah government has
but
signed into
96,000.
contract
Let's go ahead.
96,000 houses. The first 1,000 of the 96,000 houses is being constructed right now.
The company, Millennium Construction Incorporated, is constructing 100 of the 1,000 houses in the John Coe town in Magibi County along the route.
That we asked, what did President Weah do for the Liberian people? What did President Weah do? We will bring you a video evidence of what President Weah did for his people. No, you and I will not argue. We are not into much argument. This guy said to me that this guy is so, ignorant. According to him, I don't know whether he is referring to me. But if Kabili is referring to me, Kabili Sosa is referring to me, I hope this is not the Sosa that I know. If this is the Sosa that I know, Honorable Sosa, I want to say again, you are highly welcome. If this is the man who used to, associate a brother with the CDC, I want to first of all welcome you, Honorable Sosa. If you are the Honorable Sosa that I know from the CDC, I want to say first of all, you are highly welcome. I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you so ever much for that particular relationship we still have. You are a big brother, and I appreciate that. But let me tell you this, Mr. Sosa, that we are not ignorant. We are clothed with the truth. Unlike you, who do not see the truth, but rather you see trouble. That trouble you see, whether you see your own interest. I do not see my interest. I see the interest of the Liberian people. So you see there, Honorable Sosa, I do not see trouble. Like you are a Lofian, I am also a Lofian. Right? I am also a Lofian. I'm from Lofa, Grand Cape County, born in Mosorado County. But I do not see trouble. I do not see trouble, man. I do not see trap. What I see is the interest of our nation, is the collective interest. That's what I see. I do not see myself. Why is it that I wasn't given job for 6 years, for this year? I believe that the greatest job that I was ever given was for President Weah to impact the lives of other people, to impact the lives of other people. That was the greatest job that I have. And let me tell you that I have a job, because you know what? I am still here. This is my job. I am still here and doing what I am doing. Pay or no pay, I am still doing it. So I do not need, maybe somebody will come and say, we'll give you $5 day, their job here for you. No. That's why we do it with vigor, we do it with energy, we do it with pride, we do it with dignity. So we are not ignorant as compared to you who have lost your value, that you don't know your way out. But again, you are our brother. You are somebody that we respect. We will beat senses in your head and take you from the devil kingdom that is led by Joseph Numa Boakai and his gangster and bring you back into the light. So let's go ahead as you're listening to the development of His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah.
Battlefield Highway, while another 100 is being erected at Bentown in Masha. And these are middle-income housing projects underway.
We're building middle-income housing. Reason being is that for you to build free housing, you must have money. And we don't have money, but at the same time too, Liberia by 2030, Liberia is supposed to build 512,000 houses at a build rate of 39,000 houses per year. So we are in 2020. So obviously, how do we do that? We have to find land for the investors, and then the investors bring the money. So it's a joint venture. Now, this is the side when we have a policy that if the investors sign with us, they must pay us 10%. We'll buy.
When you are asking me a question of what President Weah did when he was in power, these are video evidence of President Weah work as compared to Joseph Numa Boakai. So on all of your platforms, you will never see these people displaying the work of Joseph Numa Boakai. You know why? Because this man is a liability. You know why? Because this man has always been and will continue to be a disaster. So what we are showing to you is the work of His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. That's why we are showing to you. We are showing you the work of President Weah. We are showing you what he did for his people. So go ahead, enjoy this. while we do what we're supposed to do.
We give them the land, but the land goes to the buyer of the home, not the investor. So it works for us. The only downside to it is that some of the money or most of the money will go to
Okay,
the
if you are the
investor.
wrong sourcer, then I know that
Whereas if you
indeed
go
you
to
are the
place like
wrong
China,
sourcer,
you
because
go to
the
Burkina
sourcer
Faso,
that I know,
and the same
for him to just come up to say what he would say, it would be very difficult. But if it is the wrong sourcer and you are the wrong sourcer, I want to say, well, I will still give you piece of the pie. But I want to welcome you, Mr. Sosa, for joining us. It's always a privilege for us to have people like you here, who come here with ignorance. And what we are here to do, we are doctors of the mind. We transform the mind. So we will beat senses in your head, Mr. Sosa, for you to understand. But you are welcome, sir. I appreciate your presence, Mr. Sosa. Thank you.
this is the same way our model is supposed to be. They have the public corporations diversify their profit into extending services to the citizens. How do you do that? When before the war we had housing bank, so money went into housing bank. Like quite recently, NHA teamed up with NASCO, and NASCO was to put in $1 million, and they build some houses in Bentown, and in only that the quality of houses we need now. Our president being the kind of person he is, he always like, quality. So we're not going to build those same type of houses, but we're trying to construct, quality houses.
You see, President Weah used the NASCOP money to build for the people or to impact the people. President Weah did not use the NASCOP money to buy car for himself. When Joseph Numa Boakai took over as president of Liberia, let me put my face on this. The first thing that his gangster, how you call Sylvester Grace, did was to go to NASCOP, took the people money, poor people money, instead of using it for the poor people, they use it for themselves. He took that money and they bought cars with it. The car that up to now we have not seen. But you see, President Weah took the people money and bring development so that the people can benefit. And you see the differences between the two, the vindictive old man, the man without agenda, the dead man walking according to Costa, the man that has no fresh idea, as compared to the man who is a generational thinker, the man who wants to emancipate his people from poverty and slavery. So President Weah used the money that is meant for the people to bring projects that will impact the people's life. Let me carry this back small for you to listen to it while I go behind the scene.
He is, he always like quality of houses we need now. Our president being the kind of person he is, he always like, quality. So we're not going to build those same type of houses, but we're trying to construct, quality houses. So if every year each public corporation were to put 500,000 or even 1 million into that fund, and we take it every year, we build, maybe one or two housing estates, all the money will come back to government, because the
Now I
citizens
see
will
what
buy
this
from the
saucer is
government.
talking,
The
because
citizens
you are
will
the wrong
rent.
saucer. Unfortunately, the other saucer here not using a you're using a stomach and using a tribal lineage to be able to argue. And you don't argue on this platform using your tribal lineage and your stomach. So when you come here, you got to bring your senses here. Yeah. So we are here to discipline and to impart knowledge. So let's go ahead. Like today, I said the show is a kind of bit different, and it's different
from the government, like in China.
The project is also creating jobs
of the home, not the investor. Houses at a build rate of 39,000 houses per year. So we're in 2020.
You see the dream of President Weah? President Weah's dream was to ensure that we have all of the government agency contributing towards the people's life. That it should not just be about how you call the ministry, but this ministry should contribute towards the development of Liberia, as compared to Joseph Numa Boakai, that is using these ministries to be able to enrich himself. This old vindictive old man that have come to retire, that have come to take money and retire himself, as compared to President Weah, he was using the money to develop the people's life. So let's go ahead, listen further.
So obviously, how do we do that? We have to find land for the investors, and then the investors bring the money. So it's a joint venture. Now, this is the side when when we have a policy that if the investor sign with us, they must pay us 10%. We give them the land, but the land goes to the buyer of the home, not the investor. So it works for us. The only downside to it is that some of the money or most of the money will go to the investor. Whereas if you go to a place like China, you go to Burkina Faso, and this is the same way our model is supposed to be. They have the public corporations diversify their profit into, extending services to the citizens. How do you do that? When before the war, we had housing bank. So money went into housing bank. Like quite recently, NHA teamed up with NASCO. And NASCO was able to put in $1 million and, to build some houses in Bentown and in only that the quality of houses we need now. Our president being the kind of person he is, he always like, quality. So we're not going to build those same type of houses, but we're trying to construct, quality houses. So if every year each public corporation were to put 500,000 or even 1 million into that fund, and we take it every year, we build, maybe one or two housing estates, all the money will come back to government because the citizens will buy from the government, the citizens will rent from the government, like in China.
Let me appreciate a general here, somebody who is also thinking. Honorable Sam Kuya, I want to say thank you so very kindly. Sam said thanks for this great initiative. It is important we hear from our people. They are bluffing about the road projects in the southeast. The government of former President George Manneh Weah administration did all the groundwork for the project. Settlement of residents along the Saklepie Ganta Highway, the Saklepie to Tapeta residents along that place was settled. Thank you so very kindly for your words. Thank you so very kindly. Yeah, thank you.
Project is also creating jobs as the workforce was drawn from the local community.
Currently, as I speak, both the old folks, the youth, and our women, including myself, we are over happy again because we were here doing nothing. Majority of us were surviving on burning coals. So as you can see, the workers in majority, we have something to do on a daily basis. And so it keeps us busy. And it curtails the criminal rate a bit.
Also, what does this mean for the Joko town along the Rapperswil Highway?
Well, the fact that a project like this is going on in our area, the first thing it does, it gives a meaning to the area, gives facelift, it improves, eventually it's going to improve the economy of the area, it's going to improve the skyline. New people are going to move in the community, except that the community is a low-income community, to some extent, most likely a non-income any community. So if this comes, it's going to cause a mix of the people. People who have income are going to move in the area. They're going to move in those new homes. And maybe somebody who's around is going to do some work with some of them. The cultural situation is going to improve. Cross-cultural situation is going to improve. So far, those are some of the things that I see. Because of that, the road maybe is going to be done. So the road benefits everybody who walk on the road, who drive easily to come in. Right now, to access the road is a little bit tough, especially during the rains. So we're hoping that by the time the estate is done, when they complete it and who moves in is moving in, it's going to be a little development for the area.
Webinar also called for the construction of proper housing for the community dwellers.
We would like to say thanks to the government for doing that, except that it may not benefit a certain people, quote-unquote, pro-poor people who are here, except that they can help us. Considering the nature of the houses, the mortgage that's to be paid. Everybody here can pay that mortgage. So if they could revisit the structure of the place, try to move these trash that we are living in here, try to change them to better houses like this, make them smaller, so that people who have low income, somebody's a teacher, most people here of at least or at most $25, $30 a month, and so when these structures are improved.
Now, I'm about to move this and I'm about to bring you something else. President Weah Initiative, housing unit, right? You see it there. All of these projects, they were meant to impact the people's life and not the individual. Let's go to another project. Let's go to another project. We're taking you to another project. Okay, so here is it. Let me bring you this. All right. So President Weah was impacting the people's life, not only in Morovia, but across the county. So I'm going to bring you another housing unit project.
Is the hometown of his ex-grand coup, and move into.
Bear with us.
And of course, the doors are still locked. The start stand. This is unit 86. This is unit 86, and that's the way it's going to be here. And before the construction of this structure, people live.
This is all the way in Southern Grand Crew.
These structures.
Look at where people were living. You see where people were occupying? The people has been living here since they got to know themselves as human beings in our area. You see the place that they were living? But look at the transformation. Look at the transformation.
In this direction. So
look at how President Weah was able to impact their life. What is Joseph Boakai doing? So these are some of the things that President Weah did. So enjoy the video.
They about to demolish the old structure and then move into the new ones constructed by the president.
You see that?
For the people of,
they are breaking down these houses they have been living in for decades. For decades they have been living in these houses. But look what is about to happen. This is what President Weah was able to do. These are some of the things. You see that? Look for yourself.
This family that wants to live in this structure. This family that wants to live
Definitely, Ofolop Nangbe. I myself, I can't believe that we wasted 6 years on a vindictive old man. You see what is happening? Y'all look at it.
So this is where the people that live here used to sleep. They slept in this structure. This is where they slept and lived their lives through many years. They are about to move from in this purple mud house and move into the new one just at the back of the house. See the way they slept here. This is the room. This is a room. And believe me, I'm going to go in here.
I want to welcome Ruth Badio watching us there from Phoenix, Arizona. You are highly welcome. Josephine Sewell, I want to say you're highly welcome, madam. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you always for the support. So look at what President Weah was able to do. Look at that.
They slept here with even chicken laying eggs. Come in. They slept in here with even chicken laying eggs at the side of their beds. This is where people live their lives here in Saxton. And they are about to move from in here. They've already decided now to move into the new structure. I'm trying to get outside to move into the new structure. They're about to demolish this one. They live here on fishing. And while doing the fishing, they also dry the fish.
These are the projects of President Weah. These are the things that President Weah was able to do for his people. Money that was generated by government, it was not placed in his pocket, like it was alleged by Joseph Boakai and his gangster. They lied to you. So these are the things that President Weah was doing with the Liberian people money.
I'm not sure
taking the
they've seen
ordinary people,
anything
the
like
poor
they
people
are
who
about
never
to
thought
see.
that
And
they will
now
ever
they are
live in
about to
blockhouse,
demolish.
taking
Where's
them
the
from
team
these
that is
kind of
demolishing this
houses
structure? I hope
and carrying them to a modern and more secure and
so.
safe home.
I'm hearing that
Just watch the video.
the superintendent will start this demolition of this structure because it's no longer in use. They live here, I don't know how many years. You eating coconut? How will talk to you when you put the coconut in your yeah, and you're alive. You're alive. People watching you very live. Yeah. So you need to turn your back to that microphone, turn to the camera, and come back to me, Mr. Superintendent, so that we can get on talking. You're about to demolish this hut. Hut. How long is being here?
The house has been here over 19 years now.
19 years. It's been here over 19 years. And you're about to demolish this structure now, and occupant are about to move in the new one. So I would like you to go ahead and just start demolishing because it's of no use anymore. It's of no use anymore. And the demolition of this one bring to an end. Bring to an end. Bring to an end. Is bringing to an end this structure, and so while we are looking at the demolition, and this is the superintendent of this Sasstown district who is now demolishing this structure, making way for the structure to be of no use anymore. 19 years 19 years, 19 years they've been in a hut like this one. 19 years. And it's no more of any relevant for a family to live in there. And this is going to bring to an end this building that's been here for 19 years. And this is the new one. Let's just show you the new one. This is the new one. Please give us a chance. We don't want this crowded piece. You know, we are in a pandemic time. We don't want people crowded here. If you got nothing to do here, you have to give us a chance to do what we are doing so that we can all keep safe. So this is the new one. So the family that once lived in here are about to move in this new structure. This one is carrying
What you are watching, fellow Liberians, these are projects that was initiated by President George Manneh Weah when you serve as president. Today, Joseph Numa Boakai, instead of using the Liberian people money to impact their lives, he is using it, putting it in a pocket and sending it to his, how you call, organization. Look at what President Weah was able to do. How he was able to use the money for the people to impact the people's life. You see that? These people never think of putting such a structure down. They never thought that they would have the opportunity for such a structure. You see that? Look there. This is the work of President Weah. But today you have a vindictive old man that have taken over and degenerating this country. After this particular video, I have a breaking news for you that I'm about to tell you. A breaking news. Share the show. I don't know. I like to say breaking news, but I have a news for you. After this, I have a news for you.
Moving on to another structure, like we said here, they are demolishing this one. So the family is going to move in here, and we are still here following us on this live Facebook. People live here. So the first house you're living in, it break down. There you okay. So now she's in her new home, and so we move. They're about to demolish this one. So when are you demolishing this? This is of no use now. So can we see the demolition?
Now let's move this and bring you this information that we are supposed to bring you, right? I know most of you are aware of one girl by the name of James Etta. This particular James Etta Kumen girl, according to the information, fellow Liberians, she went to ERW Hospital where she was in labor to go and give birth or so. And at the ERW hospital, this particular girl found out that instead of doing what they were supposed to do, they took her kidney from her. But this is the breaking news that I want to tell you, fellow Liberians. For those of you that don't know, you can share this video. Do you know that the kidney that was taken from James Etta, do you know that that kidney was given to Madam Katumu Boakai? If you don't know, this is the breaking news. You know that Madam Katumu Boakai was in Ghana, right? And you know she was in Ghana? The reason why she was in Ghana, Madam Katumu Boakai, the wife of Joseph Numa Boakai, experienced a very serious, what we call kidney failure. One of her kidney failed completely. The kidney of Madam Katumu Boakai failed. And they was looking for suitable donor. And at the ERW hospital there, fellow Liberians, the doctor that conducted that particular operation took away the kidney of James Etta. And that's why they took and carried to Ghana so that they can replace Madam Katumu Boakai kidney. See what is happening in Liberia? You see what is happening in Liberia? That girl called James Etta, even while she was on her dying bed, she cried and pled. That's the picture of James Etta. Let me put the picture here so you can see James Etta picture. Her kidney was taken from her and given to Madam Katumu Boakai. Here is it. Here is it. Here is it. It's right here. This is James Etta. This is James Etta. This is the girl. They took this girl kidney and gave it to Madam Katumu Boakai. You see that? This is it. This is the girl who kidney was taken. Y'all remember that news? This is the girl. May her soul rest in peace. When the girl raised the issue, at the end of the day, they said they were sending her to Ghana. Do you know that this girl now is dead? The girl is dead. She is dead. They took her kidney and gave it to Katumu Boakai. How did we know? A lady who worked in the hospital there, in the ERW hospital, as a nurse, she worked actually in the theater, as I think an operating nurse. It was the lady who leaked out the information. As I speak to you, that lady is not even in Liberia. She is not in Liberia. She have left from Liberia. She's in another country, but more information will come. I'm just giving you the surface. More information will come. She have decided to be able to spill out the beans. And will be bringing you voice recording of that particular lady. The lady explained of some of the terrible things that they did at that particular ERW hospital. ERW hospital. The lady was able to confess and made this revelation that at the ERW hospital there, that there are terrible things that are happening. To the extent that the lady even confessed on the tape. I'm just waiting for the appropriate time so I can release the tape to the public. Because right now we have this tape. The lady said there are people at the ERW hospital who will go to that particular ERW hospital for something different. And when they get to know that that particular person, maybe some of their internal organs are good and it's okay, they will intentionally put you to bed, harvest your kidney, or harvest those parts of your body that they need, and then they can be able to kill you. They kill you. So this lady was a nurse. As I speak to you now, she is not in Liberia, but I will be bringing you recording on this particular thing. I'm just waiting for the appropriate time. That's what I'm waiting for, because I don't want to jump in front to give, or start playing whatever I'm supposed to play. I don't want to do that. So I'm just waiting. You will hear this lady on the phone, because we're trying to sunny her voice. She got her family in Liberia now. So we're trying to sunny, the team is trying to take her voice. There are some other, try to change the future of her voice so that she can be easily detected. They are working on it. But this is what is happening. At the ERW hospital, fellow Liberian, some of the things that are happening there, I'm not saying that is a proof, but some of the things that are happening there, When you go, when they see that somebody is seriously ill, because before you can take any parts from anybody, there should be an agreement. The family of that particular person must be able to approve of that particular action. You must understand this. Even here in America, where we find ourselves, right? When you go, especially to the DMV, the motor vehicle department, when you go for your license, the people will ask you question. Do you want to be an organ donor? Or do you want to donate your organ? They can ask you that question. It's up to you to say no. Even if something terrible happened to you and you are in the hospital, they don't just nicodemously, nefariously take away your parts. Your family are informed and they sign document before they can take any parts from on you. But look at this lady. Because Katumu Boakai was sick and they needed the kidney so bad, they were brave enough to take this particular girl kidney without the information of her family. As I speak to you now, the family are now protesting. As I speak to you, this is what is happening. It was the same thing that was happening in Jeremiah Kun Clinic in Nimbade or the hospital, wherever you say he had. Sometimes people have accident. When they go there, without even informing the family, they will harvest these people parts. They will take these people parts from them. And at the end of the day, instead of doing what they are supposed to do, that is actually informing the family, getting the family consent before they can be able to do that, they will not do it. They won't do it. This is terrible in Liberia. Today, Madam Katumu Boakai is alive because of the kidney that they took from this guy, James Eto. What a wicked word. What kind of government is this that have decided that they will be very, very evil to her own people? What kind of government is this? What kind of government is this? Today, Katumu Boakai is passing around and celebrating with this James Eto kidney in her. Even at that, they could not even take this girl for a better treatment. Can you imagine? Somebody go to give birth only to wake up and realize that their kidney is missing. This is terrible. This is a terrible, terrible thing. Very terrible. This is terrible. We have reached to the stage where, fellow Liberians, we must expose this particular government. The wickedness that these people are doing is too much. It's too much. Jeremiah Kun Clinic was one of the clinics that used to do that thing. Whether they are still doing it, I know now Jeremiah is vice president, so forget it. It's waste. It's waste. The lady said, and this is something that the lady was saying, and all of us were like, what? They're like, what? The lady said, in these makeshift hospitals, what they will do, they will take the patient, when they carry the patient there, when they know that some doctors who are on shift will be able to adequately check, you know what they will do? They will take you and carry you to their place. They will carry you to their houses. These people that are not even doctors, they will take you and carry you to their houses where they will perform operation on you, harvest your kidney. And the lady was saying in the video, she said, you see what is happening now as I speak to you? Look at what is happening now. Most of this makeshift structure, people are operating clinic in this structure and they are even carrying on operation there. Honor a Joseph Numa Boakai. Fellow Liberian, we are in a mess. This is James Eto. As I speak to you, the girl is dead. Katumu Boakai is happy today. She is walking around. But amen, for God in heaven's sake. They want to tell me that they could not even cater to this girl. They could not. Because yes, people can live on one kidney. It is possible. One of your kidney can be damaged. The other one, you can live on one kidney. But they took the girl kidney, carried to Madam Katumu Boakai. Today, she is okay, well, and happy in Liberia. While this poor girl cried for justice and could not get the justice. And today, she is no more. This is her. This is her. This is her. Our deepest condolences to the family. Katumu Boakai is living today because of this particular girl. because of this girl. What kind of wicked government is this? What kind of wicked government is this? The government that does not care about its people. What kind of wicked government is this? This is terrible. This is worrisome. This is terrible and worrisome. While President Weah was impacting people's life in the housing sector, you have Joseph Numa Boakai now, who is there as a president, harvesting people parts. Today, his wife is alive because of this particular girl, but they abandoned the girl and allow her to die. Let's take another project by His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah.
Going to be constructing 70 housing units. All of them go front and the back push and access.
This is another project that was undertaken by the Weah-led administration. Watch and see. So when you are asking about President Weah's own initiative, these are some of his initiatives. Today we look at the housing
we
unit.
are operating in phase 3 of NASCA Village project, and we in phase 3 are going to be constructing 70 housing units. All of them going to be 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, front and the back push, and access to a car garage or a carport. We are not going to construct that necessarily, but in the future it could be by design. And the 70 unit is going to be built on approximately 18 acres of land. The total acreage of this land that NASCA Village, my partner next to me here, representing NASCA Village, have purchased is approximately 50 acres of land that we are developing. In phase 1, we were able to develop approximately 7 acres of land. In phase 2, we did develop about 9 acres of land. 7 and 9 is approximately 16 acres in the first and second phases. Now, the third phase is going to be 80 acres of land. That brings us to roughly around 34, 35 acres of land.
So what is the cost of constructing all of the houses?
Well, we have various sizes of houses here. If you look to my right, the first set of units you see there,
I want to show you something here,
units,
which is not very really necessary, but again, it's important that we do it because we are beating back the negativity from the Boakai-led administration. They can lie, they can eat salt or drink water. This is Joseph Numa Boakai putting up a project. According to him, he said this is their project, a 1-year project. According to them, they say this is their 1-year project. Let me show you how these people are bunch of liars. Let me show this to you. Let me carry this in front.
Development highlight. President Joseph Numa Boakai Sr. officially took office on January 22nd,
People can lie
2024.
to the extent that project that we are showing you, they put it all in this thing here. According to them, they say that Joseph Numa Boakai project. You know, the old man is vindictive. The old man has no fresh idea. This man cannot deliver Liberia, so therefore he will lie. They will take everything that they can find of President Weah and associate it with Joseph Numa Boakai. But our people are not fools. We are not sleeping. We expose these criminals and these rogues, these pathological liars. So listen to this video. According to them, they said, according to what they are saying in this video, they said this is Joseph Numa Boakai 1-year development. According to them, they said that what Joseph Numa Boakai was able to do in 1 year. Just watch and see. Watch these criminals and see. Let's play it.
Since then, he has embarked on a mission fueled by a vision for a brighter future for Liberia. His arrest agenda for inclusive development highlights agriculture, roads,
Hospital
rule
is
of
for him,
law,
right?
education,
Look
sanitation,
at what they
and
put in here.
took
Look at what they
office
put in
on
here.
January 22nd, 2024.
We're just holding
Since
one by
then,
one and
he
be able to
has
explain it.
embarked on a mission fueled by
Look at people farm. So it means that they farm now on a 1 year that Joseph Numa Boakai now face they farm here. People farm, they take it and put it in the video. You see how these people, they are a bunch of liars? You see how these people, we must keep behind them and exposing them? You take people farm, you put it in video. They just passing with people we know who are not from Liberia say, yeah, the old man doing well. Oh, yeah, any mentor about agriculture in his agenda. Look there. You take people farm and put it in your video and lie in that Joseph Numa Boakai project. And you see how these people can lie.
By a vision
Look
for
there.
a brighter future for Liberia. His
Jamal Medical Solution. They play at Joseph Numa Boakai Bailey. And y'all see what we can be telling you. You see, Joseph Numa Boakai and his gangster, they just feed that we are a bunch of fools, right? That's what they feed. No, y'all look at this place here. They Jamali Medical Solutions. That Joseph Numa Boakai Bailey place here. But they took this thing and put it in a video and say, yeah, that Joseph Numa Boakai project on a 1 year. And you see that? Just read the heading. It says, shocking government of Liberia outline massive development in first year of President Weah. You see how these people can lie? Who don't know Jamal Clinic? Who don't know Jamal area in Liberia there? They place that been down there since 19 Djibouti. They can't say that Joseph Numa Boakai project. These people, let's go ahead.
arrest agenda for inclusive development.
And you see, they run about too. And you see, they run about. They say that Joseph Numa Boakai project. They took it and put it in the video. They say it's for Joseph Numa Boakai. This roundabout that was constructed and 99% completed by President Weah. They just pop in on it. They say that Joseph Numa Boakai project. You see, they put it in that video. The people put it in that video. Look, the people fighting to clean glory.
Highlights agriculture role.
Hey, see, they said the other row again at Joseph Numa Boakai project. Hey, you see what we're talking about? According to them, they say, where play they get the other project? Where play the other row that Joseph Numa Boakai just be? But people, look, we're talking our Liberian way. According to them, they say that Joseph Numa Boakai be the rule. So they take and put it in a development video. But people, the people struggling to take glory.
Oaths, rule of law, education, sanitation.
Also, they say Joseph Numa Boakai project, the education, to that project.
Development,
Look there.
highlights agriculture.
So the agriculture project at Joseph Numa Boakai project. Hey, you see, they just go somewhere, take people picture. This is what we call plagiarism. The people supposed to be arrested and put behind bar, or they supposed to be sued. You just take people picture and take and put in your video and say, yeah, Joseph Numa Boakai project in the agriculture sector, not easy. So Liberia now, as we speak, they are producing their own onion, tomato, rice, and everything. Hey, you see what we're talking about? Look, Joseph Numa Boakai is a pathological liar. The old man is not afraid to lie. What the people behind him, they are afraid to lie. They are not afraid. Take people picture and put in your video and claim to be that his project, his massive development project. Look at what they put here. It say, shocking government of Liberia outline massive development in the first year of President Boakai. Look at the kind of nonsense here. Let's go ahead.
Roads, rule of law,
See,
education.
they say rule of law. They say education. When they thank God that we see in the picture, when did this sister graduated from the law school? How you call her? Rosalind Swakoko Dennis. Was they not doing President Weah? They take a picture, they put it in their development video. Thank God that if you can't even recognize the other people, because I can recognize about 4 or 5 person here. Red in your circle, right here. Ali, I can recognize about 4 or 5 person. So they take a video that doing President Breakout time at the time she graduated my people. And you see that? And you see? This is the NOCA boss that they just removed. The woman who said that she was sending money to Joseph Numa Boakai. 1 million this, 1 million that. Let her hear. That doing Boakai time, she graduated from the law school, my people. And they are brave enough to take her video and put it, to take a picture and other put picture and put it in the video and say, Joseph Numa Boakai, how you call education agenda, you were able to impact people's life. What kind of nonsense is this? What kind of government is this that does not respect the people? What kind of government is this? That in a broad daylight, they play that technology all around, that I can sit down here and call somebody all the way to Bokonjiri and tell them, and they will tell me what is happening. They lie and say, this is Joseph Numa Boakai project. Don't believe it. Let's just listen further.
sanitation, and tourism.
You can't develop a country without roads. You can't, there's no way you can expose the opportunities you have without road, without reaching out. Today, you can leave from here.
They took project that was on President Weah administration and put it in this video and put Joseph Newman Boyka voice there. And you see, thank God for technology. Let's go ahead.
Go to Lofa in 7 hours, which hasn't been the case for years. You can go to the southeast, and we want to see more and more of that happen because we have a lot of wealth.
So the road that they show earlier in the video, that's Southeast Road, according to Joseph Newman Boyka. He said now people can leave from Monrovia and go to Southeast. You spend less than 7 hours in Lofa, which is a blatant lie. Pathological lie. But let's
That
go
has
ahead.
been stolen from our country simply because we don't have access to the inner part of the country. People are going there in our bushes, taking our gold and diamond. We open up the country, can arrest those situations and make it work for our people.
The president's leadership and vision for fostering collaboration across the three branches of government has been commendable.
Look at trouble. President fostering collaboration among three branches have been commendable. They men who disrespect the rule of law, who does not respect the rule of law. This old man that does not respect the rule of law, he say you respect how you call rule of law. Like we are living in Jupiter, or we are living in outer space. Let me move the nonsense from here, man. Let me play some. Let me move it.
Recent meetings, the branches are working as a unified force while respecting their distinct mandates.
One of the other things the president has tried to do has been
This man in a Syria country will be beyond bar. This is Sylvester Grispe, the man who took 600,000 of poor people money from no car and say he buy motor car, the car where we can see. Look at him. Look at these people. These people are disgrace to our country. These people are the kind of people why Liberia is behind. This man sits as Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. All he does is take money, use it on himself and for himself. They have been only good on empowering themselves and not the Liberian people. That's what has happened. They have never empowered the Liberian people but themselves. This man took 600,000 of the Liberian people money. As I speak to you today, Joseph Newman Boyka is complacent. He ain't got time. You bring around you bunch of old crooks, criminals, people who in the United States of America, even at the age that they are, they will still need to go to work. Because they can't even afford to sit down and not going to work without paying their mortgages around here. You take them and put them in government. All they are doing is stealing. There's Sylvester Grispe. You see, so Sylvester Grispe, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. This old man is a criminal. Yeah, I say this old man is a rogue. He's a criminal. Because when you take 600,000 of the Liberian people money that is meant to develop the country, and you use it without giving any record, and Joseph Newman Boyka, because Boyka he himself is benefiting from the criminal act of these people, cannot even ask them to account. Boyka is a criminal because he is participating and benefiting from the fruits of the criminal act that is being carried on by these people. Let's go ahead. Listen to them. They are a disgrace.
to reach out and reunite, reconcile the country. And so we started with the three branches of government.
Look at the liar here, can sit down here. He say to reunite, to reconcile the country. He started with the three branches of government, with the three branches of the Liberian government. These people can lie in a broad daylight. Since Joseph Newman Boyka took over as president, he has never been able to call. Never been able to call and say, look, my people, there is a need for us to unite. Never. Can't sit down here, can't talk about, we're uniting the branches.
Judiciary, the legislature, and the executive coming together to just over dinner to discuss issues that affect coordination, because don't forget these are three equal and coordinated branches of government.
In a broad daylight.
without that coordination element, there
Four
could be
people sit down somewhere and
discord.
feel comfortable
And so
lying.
we started with that.
You see
The
that?
legislature's collaboration with the executive is critical to achieving real results for the country. As part of this effort, there is a shared commitment to working together with partners in the executive branch to ensure that transparency, accountability, and oversight.
Joseph Newman Boakai refused to work with a legitimate speaker. Today, the illegitimate speaker have legitimized himself through illegality and corruption act. But we come there.
Are prioritized.
In the Senate, our crucial
Look at
and
the one
most
where say she,
important
how you
role is
call,
the
she rescue
oversight.
mother. And a Yombli Kanga Lawrence here, where say she rescue mother. Yombli Kanga Lawrence, where say she rescue mother. Speak to you, the people of Grand Bassa County are regretting seriously why they should ever look in the way of this particular woman, because she has abandoned the people of Grand Bassa County. The woman only care about herself. She only care about herself. Not the Liberian people. She has abandoned the Liberian people and sitting down there, she and Dylan doing their lay, koyokaya thing around the place there and passing around. You see that? She used to call herself rescue mother. Is she not around? What happened to James Eto, the girl who kidney was taken and given to Katumu Boakai? That a woman that called herself rescue mother can't talk. She cannot talk. This is a disgrace. This woman referred to herself as a rescue mother. She said she was a rescuer. She has come to rescue the Liberian people, according to her. What serious intervention has she made? There's a sister who kidney was taken from her illegally and given to Katumu Boakai. The woman could not talk. The many mothers and the many sisters who today are being deprived. When you go to JFK now, looking at how you call withholding center, criminal withholding center. JFK now is seizing women. When you go get bread, you can't pay, you can't get the money that's okay. They seize you there. Some people say they can't even cater to them. This is unfortunate. Government that will lie it way. You think we sit down here and close our mouth? That lie, we expose these criminals. But listen to them.
Responsibility, and that has been my focus. To be able to execute that role, you have to hold the executive accountable and ensure that there's transparency and accountability.
Look at Yombli Kanga Lauren talking about holding the executive, how you call accountable. Yombli Kanga Lauren looking like somebody who can hold executive accountable. You serve as the Senate pro tem. When last have you brought the Liberian people issue in the Senate there? For example, the people that died in King Jaw. Did you make it to be a topic of discussion and ask for accountability? Every day Liberians are dying. Have you raised the issue? You call yourself a mother, a rescue mother. Yombli Kanga Lawrence. This is the question we should ask ourselves. Have they woman? Look at all the killing. Every day people dying. Every day people die. And these people are comfortably seated. They even get time. Liberians, they don't have time for you. They don't raise your issue. When last a Yombli Kanga Lauren who claimed that she's a rescue mother said no, there are things happening in this country that is concerning. The motorcyclists are off the streets. There's a need for us to intervene. Every day women are dying. James Eto kidney was taken away and given to Katumu Boakai. Let's investigate this. She didn't get time. She's sitting there enjoying herself. Well, let's go ahead. Listen.
You cannot do that as an institution if your institution is not transparent and we are not accountable. So our first initial reform process, because we have a whole reform process that is ongoing, was to put the Senate to the level where we'll be seen as an integrity institution.
The Senate has ever been an integrity institution under the woman here. It was the Senate that endorsed the illegal act of Jeremiah Kuhn when it started. Under her gavel, she could not even talk. And you can't tell her credible. Under her watch, the majority of these people, they are a bunch of criminals. They are good people there, don't get me wrong. They are good people there, but the good are not enough. Bunch of criminals. She presides over as a mother, she cannot even talk. When a woman, you know why we like for women to be somewhere and among these things? Is because when they speak, they are not speaking just from an individual perspective. Look, you see the difference between a man, the difference between a man and a woman. When a woman speaks, she speaks from a generational perspective. When a man speaks, he speaks from an individual, an authoritative individual perspective, so to speak. When a mother is speaking, she's not speaking about herself. She is speaking about her children, the pain that she bears. She is speaking for those other children who are around, those other people's children. She speaks from a generational perspective because she is the conduit through which generation is made. So when she is speaking or when she's looking at things, she look at things from that generational standpoint. But unfortunately, the other woman here, no, she not look at things from that way. She not look at things from that way. Te helaba key and put it on there, say that chin. Sit down. You don't even get time for the suffering of the Liberian people. Mothers are suffering. Every day there are women that are being abused. You call yourself pro tem of the Liberian Senate. You have not been able to take a serious action and discuss it. Every day we wake up, our sisters are being abused. Our mothers are being abused. Our children are being raped. You're doing nothing about it. You can't sit down, you can't talk nonsense with your mom.
And to hold
Go ahead.
ourselves accountable and show some level of transparency, and that will give us the leverage to do that with the institutions that will have oversight.
By aligning resources to support the arrest
Just
agenda.
project there. Hey, I see the people there. Yeah. Yeah. So that just a human Boakai project here. You see? Hey, I see my thing that we're talking. The thing and putting the thing is just a human Boakai project. You see here? That just a human Boakai project here.
The House of Representatives are focusing on key pillars such as modern infrastructure.
And you see, they say the infrastructure just a human Boakai put it there. Whoa, not a ministerial complex here. And you see, we catch them again. You see, we catch them again. And you see, not a ministerial complex here. Eh? Is this not a ministerial complex? They want to just a human Boakai building. And you see, is this not LPRC building that was built by President George Manneh Weah? And you see, we catch them. They are road.
The House of Representatives are focusing on key pillars such as modern infrastructure,
look,
good governance.
Whoa, my people, is there not a central bank? So that just you might put it there. Me carry it back again for you to hear them.
Aligning resources to support the arrest agenda. The House of Representatives are focusing on key pillars such as modern infrastructure.
Look at that. My people, I see my two can be talking. They place here looking a play where Joseph Newman Boakai Bay. And you see? Look, they people PR will now who will disgrace them. We made them shame because they are a bunch of liars. And you see? And look at what they put on the video here. They say shocking. Government of Liberia all a massive development in first year. And you see somebody who can be talking. I hope you are seeing anything clear. I hope you are seeing the inscription here. They say shocking. Government of Liberia all a massive development in first year. And you see, my people, what we can be talking. And you see the reason why we must be here. We'll not get tired. In fact, we'll not get tired. Every day that God sent, I pray that God give me the strength. Every day God sent, I will be here. No time business. We on them. 4 to 4. Clicker. We on them. When they take 4, we take 4. We're not getting chance. The liar will not get in chance. So according to them, they say they billion here that didn't want billion. They say that Joseph Newman Boakai billion. And you see, the liar there. And you see, we hold them. Roll. Tiffy, roll. Bunch of liars. These people are bunch of liars that must be exposed. Look there. Don't believe what I'm saying. Listen to the video.
Aligning resources to support
and to with the institutions that will
Just
have
listen to the
oversight.
video.
By aligning resources to support the arrest agenda.
Aligning resources to support a arrest agenda. So the resources that they align are able to build a place here. See?
The House of Representatives are focusing on key pillars such as modern infrastructure.
But people, which are the modern infrastructure they put up? Or the one where Joseph Newman Boakai building in Lofa, in Foya, or wherever you building it? And you see trouble. Thank God that we have these recordings around here. And some of us are still alive.
good governance, the rule of law, and revitalizing the economy.
For the executive aspect, we've already
Look at the
planned
other
to
criminal here. Look at the other row. Look at the other row.
legislate most of those amendments that will be coming to assist in making the arrest general a reality. So we're already working on that. We've seen some legislation that we're going to pass upon our return to update and bring the arrest general back on par.
The role of the judiciary is
Look at the
fundamental
father
in
of the criminals.
upholding the rule of law and ensuring justice for all through the interpretation of laws. They can better address national challenges, uphold constitutional rights, and promote the fair and efficient delivery of justice.
The executive branch of government, the history will show and prove that it is only this branch of government that continues to stand up for the rule of law in this country, in their support for the judicial branch of government, in what you see here today.
Liberia has made significant strides in strengthening its foreign relations and regional and international partnerships. Efforts to restore the country's
$3 billion they said they
image
were bringing from China. Where did China $3 billion?
on the global stage have been
My people
successful.
let us focus
Liberia
on President
secured
Weah development.
$210 million United States dollars through the International Monetary Fund's
Sorry, but it's nonsense. Let's take it
Extended
from here.
Credit Facility
Just
Program.
say Newman Boakai is a liar, a pathological liar for that matter. Let's take it from here and focus on how you call President Weah developmental agenda. Oh yeah, let's focus on it. Let's focus on President Weah developmental agenda. Because if people can be brave enough to take how you call the thing, say a project that was undertaken by President Weah and put it there, then you must know. Look at. And they put it there too. Look at. And you see trouble. Me pa by the thing and bring you another son here. Oh yeah. My people, time is of essence, but I will play you this other video. Let me play you this other video. Let's hear from voices of the people from the streets. Oh yeah. Let the people from the street, let them speak small. Let me see. Let me bring you the people from the street, what they are saying. What are the people saying? What are the people saying? Let's hear from them. Let's hear from the people on the street. Let's hear from them what the people has to say. We use their own video. We're not using any other video. You say, oh, I have video. We're not using their own video. That what we use. So just bear with me. Let me go right there and bring you what I'm supposed to bring you. They'll bring their own video for them. We should not bring another video before they say, oh, they want your own video you're bringing. We're not hearing it. We're not listening to it. Your own thing you're doing. No. They'll bring you what they have. So just bear with me. Let me get you what I'm supposed to get you. Just bear with me. Let me see. Let me see if I can bring you this from their own page. Don't mind these people. They are not for you. Oh. They are only angry. Oh. Now, they are not for you. They are angry because the thing that they were expecting, they ain't get it. So they're angry. But they are not for you. They can flip at any time. That's why we need to promote our own. That's why we need to promote our own. But unfortunately, I don't know. However we are doing it, let's do it however we're doing it. and let's keep moving. We are very good at not supporting our own. Somebody say that, it may just veil. Sometimes you see, just verse. That, oh, but enough for you. You know, enough for you. So let's play you the video. Let's play you the video. It's from them. Listen to this.
Even when we can't say yeah, it was not enough for us. Things will be better more than that. So when so can't say when I for our eyes, when he win power, thing will be fine. With job behind me, I will get my own group over 278 women.
Are the woman talking? You are listening.
I provided food. Going to campaign, I provided food.
Are their own video? No, this is not from us. Because when we do it, they will say, "Oh, y'all do this, y'all do that." So let their own people expose themselves. Let them expose themselves. Let's go ahead. Listen.
For them, just the waste.
Amen.
No improvement. See, I can see my bed.
Plastic. Instead of money,
instead of money. Now you could get there. When they losing them, maybe you will say, "No, I money over back." They want. They see nothing. Before they say the money over.
So our man, how you see the past and we are past administration and the current administration?
Even when we can't say yeah, it was not enough for us. Things will be better more than that. So when so can't say when I for our eyes, when he win power, thing will be fine. With job behind me, I will get my own group over 278 women.
Amen.
On the market. I provided food. Going to campaign, I provided food. I say get my blessing for them. But then we win for them, just the waste.
Amen.
No improvement. See, I can see my bed.
Plastic. Instead of money,
instead of money. Now you could get there. When they losing them, maybe you will say, "No, I have money over back." They want. They see nothing. Before they say the money over.
So our man, how you see the past and we are past administration and the current administration?
That's what happened.
Boakai.
Yes.
I think you better to get a change.
Yes. ACA, I will vote for you that we see that ain't no because they told her that even when we can't say yeah, it was not enough for us. Things will be better more than that. So when so can't say when I for our eyes, when he win power, thing will be fine. With job behind me, I will get my own group over 278 women.
You know what the woman say?
On the market.
This is not from me. It's from her. It's from their own platform. And that's what they are saying. When we talk, they say, "Oh yeah, everybody you can lie. Oh yeah, you want to play propaganda." Or you want to tell me the people now, the marketeers are playing propaganda to against the government? Eh? They play propaganda against the government? They'll play you this. They'll also bring this to you.
$202 or is it below?
Entire is 980.
980. Do you think the exchange rate is where it is, and why do you think maybe the economic situation, according to you, is not getting better?
When we are showing you
because
not us.
the probably the exchange rate,
their own station out
the
there
more
to go and listen to the voices of the people. So these are the things that the people are talking. Let's enjoy it here.
people are chasing the US dollars. Yeah, because the US dollar now, there are more liberty on the market than the US. So people are chasing the US dollars.
Do you think it's the fault of the government or it's just the reality?
No, it's the reality. It's not the fault of the government.
Thanks a lot for talking to Spoon.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk to another gentleman here. Hello, sir. Welcome to Spoon TV.
People have been having 45 years experience. And see what's going on here. See what's going on here.
What's going on here? You want to look the camera?
Very tough.
And he's right.
Tough.
These people talk about experience. That's why they said they denied President Weah for in 2005. Oh, the man got experience. Joseph Newman Boakai said he got experience because the government seen Charlie Town. Look at what he's doing. He has failed the Liberian people. He has no vision. But let's listen.
When you say things are tough, what do you mean?
To get money, young man.
You want to look the camera?
To get money. You see the town?
To get money high right now?
One. Yes. See the US rate.
What's the current exchange rate?
$5 US get over 1,000 liberty.
Oh, 1,000 liberty. And the man with a 45-year experience, it's just a bluff.
You see that?
For nothing experience, guy. For nothing experience, Boakai brought you to the people here. You see, when you see this police running behind you, taking your market, how people eat. Just my school coming open now. School just tell my school coming open. And I want for you to go and tell Boakai, you have from school, you tell Boakai, you should put your experience into use. Put your experience into use. We can see your experience. 45-year experience, my mom, our culturalist, you can see what I meant to my people.
But just finally, do you think the economic hardship you're talking about is the fault of the government, or is just the reality as per what's happening across the world?
If you get experience, so come with experience. Come with experience. Come with experience. Not just about more for the 5 years experience. Guess what? On the dog, they got no experience. That's so nothing for the 5 experience.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so let's see if we talk to more of our folks right here. We're gonna keep talking to more like go across and see if we can talk to few of the gentlemen here live from Central Monroe.
Yes, I change money.
You do foreign exchange. How is business with you?
It's from them, not for us.
Business is difficult right now.
Business is difficult.
Yeah.
When you say business is difficult, what do you mean? Is it that they're not buying, or what's going on?
Buying slow. Buying slow. Yeah.
Buying is very slow.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think is responsible for this? Do you think it's the fault of the government, or you think it's just the economic reality across the world? These things are happening.
I think it's the government, because the government need to put mechanisms into place to make the economic condition better for the people. So I'll blame the government.
Okay. So you think the government is at fault?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, considering where we are now, what do you think the government can do to improve the situation?
To improve the situation, the government got to come up with solutions, like reducing the rate, because and you remember the previous government, the rate was way down. When the rate is down, people.
So the man of
go out
politics
there and
talking.
buy.
You're not talking
When the
politics.
rate is up,
He's telling you reality. The reality he's telling you. He's not a politician, but he's telling you, he's giving you vivid analysis. When you go to Central Bank to go take their data from there, I can do it right here, but no need. The people who were there saw it, witnessed it. They are the ones that are talking.
prices will increase. Yeah.
As it stands, what's the current exchange rate in the country?
Right now, some area you see 199, 198.
Okay.
So it's not stable.
So for you, how much you changing for?
I changing for the 198.
198 or 199?
198.
Okay, so they have the buying rate and the selling rate.
Yeah.
So the selling rate, the buying rate is 198.
Yeah.
And the what's the selling rate?
200.
200. All right. Thanks a lot for talking. Any other thing you want to talk about just before we leave you?
That's all.
Okay, thank you so much for talking to TV.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we are still here. We're gonna keep talking to the folks here.
My people, we gotta go. Plenty of things, we gotta do other work. But again, I want to say thanks to all of you. It's something that we want to continue. I want to appeal to you. The link is there. In whatever way that you can help us to ensure that we are on the radio, even if that one day in every week, we'll appreciate it. One day in every week, we'll appreciate it. Kindly support. We are working on some things. Kindly help to support. Your $5, your $10 is going to carry us a great way. A great way. There is something that I want to show here, but before that, let me play you this video before I show you what I actually want to show you. Let's see. Just a minute. Just a minute, please, while I try to bring you what I'm supposed to bring you. Let me bring you this for you to hear from the people. And then, okay. So let me bring you this. It's important that I bring you this.
2018. Yeah, to react to some of the things I've read on social media.
So let me bring
I
you
saw
this,
a
and I want
post
you to listen.
someone sent to me that they screenshot a post by Amos Twe, I believe Amos Twe is the youth chair of the Unity Party, and he posted something on Facebook yesterday. And I actually did go on his Facebook page to read the
I want you
post,
to
but
listen
he
to
did
this.
edit the post afterwards, after people raised the red flag. And what Amos Twe posted was it was not good. It wasn't good. I will tell you this: the Unity Party had their time. They were in power for 12 years. Um, Mr. Sirleaf did a lot of bad things. Amos Twe, I have a modicum of respect for him. He was one of the young men in the party that was, from what we heard, that wasn't too happy with some of the things that were being done. But he didn't have enough courage to distance himself from what was going on. One of the reasons why I have tremendous respect for Wilmer Pay is because Pay was vocal. Unlike most of the people in the Unity Party who are making noise to today. You see, my thing with them is that they were in power for 12 years. They destroyed the country. They struck many bad concessions. They basically gave our resources out for cheap. They didn't fix the issue of corruption. They didn't lay the foundation for the succeeding administration to build upon. Today, they believe themselves to be the experts on governance. They have no damn thing to offer. Nothing. You just left power 8 months ago. You didn't fix the country. You didn't complain when your party was destroying the country. We have a new government in power, and you believe yourselves to be the earth's person. Now you believe you have the moral rectitude and authority to condemn and criticize and be against everything. Something has got to be wrong with you people. People like us are the ones who have the moral authority to speak, because we were not party to any of the looting and the pillaging and the suppression and the marginalization of the country that you carried out on a wanton scale for 12 consecutive years.
Yeah.
We were not party to that. Today, Amos Twe runs to Facebook and writes that he's citing all members and executives of the party, of the Unity Party, to the headquarters to meet at 4:30 p.m. to discuss how they can remove the CDC government from power.
Yeah. Now that was Costa that was saying that bad at that time. But there is something that I want to reveal to you quickly. As you may be aware, the brother of Cletus Noah, who served as the special assistant to Minister Samuel Twe at the Ministry of Finance. This particular man called King Tozo, he accused Len Eugene Nangwe and that of Honorable Samuel Twe of killing his brother. That was the accusation. Even though we know that this man called Mr. King Tozo is an idiot, he is an operative of the Unity Party, and he felt that he could use the name of these people to gain political relevance. We understand that. He is a new idiot, well-known idiot. We know him. I will show you his picture here. In fact, let me show you his picture. Let me go there and bring you his picture. Let me bring you his picture. Let me bring you his picture. These are the people who want to use politics to think that they can get relevant. But we beyond them foot to foot. We're giving nobody a chance. I will show you him. This is the King Tozo individual. Let me show you this individual. Let me show you him. These are people that are disgraced, even in their own family. This is it. You see here? This is King Tozo. King Tozo is the brother, the big brother of the late Cletus Noah, Honorable Cletus Noah. He took to Facebook and accused Honorable Samuel Tue and that of Len Eugene Nangbe of killing his brother without any substantive evidence because he's an operative of the Unity Party. This man, you see a photo here. He's a Unity Party operative who think that he can get job at the expense of his brother. While people are crying, while the family are crying and they are in pain and sorrow, this particular man, who is an old man that is supposed to use his head to think and not use his feeling, decided to politicize his brother's death. A death that is touching all of us because he served our institution. He was a member. And this man had serious issue with Cletus because of Cletus' political alignment. They were always in disagreement. Always in disagreement. He and Cletus. So when Cletus passed away, he ran to Facebook, called people and said it was Samuel Tue and Len Eugene Nangwe who killed his brother. Fellow Liberians, without providing any evidence. So Honorable Len Eugene Nangwe decided that, look, for people to just lie and we let it go, it should not be. So he asked that the police put a halt to the burial and that an autopsy be conducted to ascertain what killed or what led to the death of Cletus Noah. Fellow Liberians, the police did that because it was an allegation that was raised and put a halt to it. Here is it that the family or the widow of this particular man, Cletus, have come up to say that this man that you look at here, he just like the EPA's director, same gay. All of them didn't get sense. They're crazy people. Yeah. Something happening with their brain. They are not too straight in their head. So the wife of this man sent a communication that I'm about to read to you. This communication was sent today. She sent this communication to the police. The communication was sent today. The date of the communication is today. It says, Mr. Simon Frank, Deputy Inspector General of Police, Crime Services Division, CSD, Liberia National Police, Republic of Liberia. We present our compliments and wish to inform you that we, as immediate family of the late Cletus T. Noah, after an extensive consultation, have decided to bury our husband, son, void of any autopsy. The family decision is predicated upon the fact that the person claiming foul play in the death of the late Cletus T. Noah has not provided any evidence to substantiate his claim. And as such, the family have decided against prolonging their agony and sorrow by gently and peacefully laying their husband, son to rest as the family respects, and are okay with the medical results examination from the hospital. Kind regards, very truly yours, Linda K. Sumo Noah, widow, Mistress Manneh Weah, sister, Mr. Augustine K. Mame, cousin. You see that? So the family said this particular old man called King Tozo, who is supposed to provide the information because he accused two people of killing his brother. For him to provide the information, the people went to say provide information. He wanted to provide information. And the good thing that happened was Honorable Len Eugene Nangbe was able to write the police and write the government, asking the government to put a halt until it can be investigated. And that was the good thing he did. Because he didn't want it to be like almost the case of how you call this other man who get mental problem, Jerome Verdier in America here, who sat down on spoon and accused Jefferson Tamakoji of killing, how you call, Shalom Musu. At the end of the day, he could not prove it. Only for us to find out it was Councillor Gloria Musu Scott who had a hand in her own niece's death. So it was the same nonsense this man wanted to come up. He wanted to be another Jerome Verdier. But you see how we put them to check. That's why we continue to say that we must not overlook these people mis and disinformation. We must not. When they read any nonsense, we go there, we debunk it. When there is something sheer positive about President George Manneh Weah and his government, we must go there and support it. So then when he thought you were going to be like Jerome Verdier to come and take glory. So the good thing that happened was Honorable Len Eugene Nangbe wrote and said the government should put a halt to the burial of Cletus Noah till they can conduct an autopsy. So the family said, okay, let's reach out to the Tozo man, the man that you see on the screen. Let's reach out to him and ask him to give us the evidence that he having that these people killed Cletus. Only for them to reach to him, he start talking nonsense with his mouth, according to the information. So when the people ask, he said, but the man was working for Yen Juji Nangwe, he got information, he's supposed to testify, all kind of nonsense. He could not even provide any substantive information. While they were on the line, so the police said, but they may not talking nothing sound. We asking about something, he just talking nonsense. So they decided to write a communication asking the police to forget about this man. I just read the paper. They said the man who is claiming foul play have not even presented any document. So they are okay with the results. They want to bury their family member. You see some of the lies that these people can lie on people. That one when somebody said nonsense about you, you come to debunk it. But fellow Liberian, time have caught up with us. Time have caught up with us. And we got to go. I'm sorry that we could not take calls today. Maybe the next time we take call. But until we meet again, fellow Liberian, love you all. Thank you. Have yourself a God bless day. And bye from my end.